Welcome to The Funny Kind with Erica Gummany, bringing heart, humor, and hope to everyday life. Laughter and love really do make a difference, and Erica's here to prove it. Part deep dive, part stand up for the soul. This show blends humor, heart, and real talk to help you stop believing the lies that hold you back. Whether she's flying solo or chatting with guests, Erica brings her signature mix of authenticity, wit, and wisdom, reminding you that growth doesn't have to be so serious. So pull up a chair, exhale, and get ready to laugh, reflect, and reconnect with the extraordinary human you already are. Because this is The Funny Kind, where humor meets healing and inspiration meets action.
Next episode, you are in for a treat. I cannot promise that we will stay on task, but I can promise you that you will be inspired and you will laugh and you might cry. But let me just say, this is our first international guest here on The Funny Kind. So Bron Watson from the land of Australia, welcome to The Funny Kind.
Oh, look, thank you for having me, my darling friend. It's just fabulous to be here.
Oh my goodness. I just want you to tell me a story, a long story, and I just sit there and just listen to you talk to me. That's all I want.
Once upon a time in a faraway land.
Love it. Love
I
it.
used to read to my children every day, but anyway, let's stick to the program here.
Okay. We're already doing it. Okay, so let me introduce Bron. We are going to have a really good conversation today. But let me just tell you a little bit about this wonderful woman that you have looking at you in this moment, hopefully, or you'll be listening to her voice. Either way. So I'm going to read this amazing bio because I don't want to miss a bit. Bron Watson is a nurse, educator, entrepreneur, and founder of the social coach and the Serenity Project, which we're going to talk a lot about today. With decades of experience as a registered nurse and educator, and she's so young, so I don't know how she's had decades of experience. Maybe rules are different in Australia. Bron has been drawn to spaces where care, communication, and connection matter. So obviously we were drawn to each other in that way. In 2012, Bron founded her first business, empowering business owners to share their voice online with authenticity and purpose. Over the past decade, her work has supported thousands of people to show up in life and business with intention and impact. So that is who Bron is when she shows up. And so, of course, it would be in her nature to help other people do what she has done. So it's awesome. Bron's journey took a profound shift in 2017 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And then 5 years later, she received a second diagnosis, an incurable blood cancer. So these experiences deepened her belief that healing isn't just physical, it's emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal. And this is my favorite part, is rather than being defined by her diagnosis, Bron created the Serenity Project to offer others what she wished she had, which is the space where science meets soul with evidence and perspective, and what she calls the third space, a place to reconnect with yourself, to navigate uncertainty with compassion, and find serenity in the midst of it all. So thanks for letting me read through that, because it was so well written and it is so beautiful. And I love that you are here with us today, where we're going to kind of talk a little bit about what I'm doing and what you're doing, and like the perfect synergy, I hate that word, but synergy of what we're doing. So in Journey from the Ashes, oh, look, I just happen to have a copy right here.
I have a copy too, might I add. I do. I love it. Thank you very much.
And so this every month has a theme, and this month's theme is repurposed. So Journey from the Ashes is learning to let go of the lies that are holding you back, stories you're telling yourself. And repurposed for me was like, no matter what, pardon my language, shit has happened to you, is happening to you, it doesn't define you. And not to say that you want to put lipstick on a pig or try to have this pressure of making purpose out of it. But there can be a repurpose in your life. So I thought, what a perfect month to have this wonderful woman with us here today. So,
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now that I realize that's the theme, of course.
Right?
Of course. Makes complete sense.
I know. It's so cool. So tell us a little bit more, like when you think about that, the journey that I mentioned just in a little bit in your bio, and kind of where you're at with the Serenity Project and the repurposing that's kind of happening in your life. Tell us what you think about all that. Kick us off.
When you hear a bio read out and you're thinking, oh, I wonder who that is. Like, what? Did I do all those things? And it's like this long bio. I'm thinking, my God, there's so much to say. And I think
and so much left out.
There is. But I think the biggest thing to put some context for your audience is around the fact that, I grew up as the good girl. I'm the one who did nursing. I'm the one who helped everybody. I was always the one first up at anybody's house to, how can I help you in the kitchen? Can I help? Can I help? And, I would see other people just sitting back and relaxing. And I think, why don't they want to help? So I was the one jumping around, helping everybody. Anyone who needed help, I was the girl at school that people would come to talk and ask and go through their problems. And I think that maybe that's part of being a listener, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so moving through all of then of course having 5 sons, 5 boys.
5 boys. And that could be.
I'm still upright. And I'm not an alcoholic, so it's, go me. But, it used to take me 15 minutes just to get in the car. You try getting 5 kids in the car, shoes, bags, hats.
And the smells during the preteen years. The smells alone.
Why have you got 2 different shoes on? Like, where are your shoes? Oh, I threw them on the roof at school. No lie. Why would you throw your shoes? Anyway, I digress. But moving through all of that, give, which as who I am. And it's not till, when I hear the word repurpose, it wasn't my choice. I didn't realize I needed this lesson, but I'm so grateful for it. So what it became was through the businesses, again, helping everybody. And at times I would be more vested in someone's business than they were. And that's and it was a highlight in those earlier years as a mentor that I pulled back and went, hang on a minute, I take no credit and take no blame. So I had to learn that because I just wanted someone to succeed, and I could see it because my top strength in life is strategic. So here I am, I can see what they've got to do. I can see where it's going to go. They can't, but I would get too vested, always coming back to give. And it's not till you literally can't anymore that after the second diagnosis, which that was a shocker. So I'd already done what I thought was all the work. I'd been given the 5-year clearance, bless and release, you're healed, off you go, Bron, that I was on the floor and there was nothing left. There was nothing left. And I was facing chemotherapy again, and I'm facing a stem cell transplant, which is where they take your baby stem cells out with a massive big line in your neck. Then they give them back to you, and then you're in hospital for a few months, very, very sick. It's a very, very significant thing to go through. And it was at that time that I would sit and think there was nothing left. I could no longer put on my mask of helping. I could no longer put on my mask of, hey, guys, everything's fine. It's all great. And that is where the repurposing began, because I learnt the lesson that self-care was not. I used to think it was a luxury.
Oh, yeah.
Where the heck did that come from? Like, how did and I don't even know if I believed it. It was just there.
And even though we're across the globe, you know what I mean? Like, our cultures are different. We've grown up in different places. Our languages are different, and yet we still have these same norms. It's so interesting.
Yep. And it was just, like I look and I think, Bron, you're an educated woman. How did you miss that memo? Like,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
hell? And
Yeah.
and a lot of it came, honestly, a lot of that came from online. Be remembering I've got a dual career in marketing and nursing, and then in the digital space, it's portrayed to be when you're successful back in the last 10 years was to hustle, hustle, hustle. Thank
Oh my
goodness
gosh.
we're starting to change it, right? So, but hustle, 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 you've got it. And that was what I call being relentless. I was on a relentless quest to succeed, and I succeeded, but it came at a massive cost.
Mm.
And it wasn't till the point where I could no longer literally be Bron was I literally call it the old Bron. It's almost like a,
Mm.
and when you have a stem cell transplant, they call it a rebirth. I don't like it. They call it, Ma, it's my rebirth, first birthday, like, bleh. But I
Mm.
have respect for those in that space because it's a celebration that they're still on this planet. So let's be
Yeah.
thankful for the technology. But it's not till, for me, it wasn't till I couldn't did I actually slow down enough and start listening to my inner voice, listening to insert whoever you believe in, God, higher purpose, whatever, that I started to listen and go, this is way bigger than me.
Mm.
I can't get out of this one. Cannot fix this one.
Yeah. Wow. And how I think like now that you're steps ahead from when that first moment happened, how did everybody react when you began this repurposing of who you were? And I can imagine if I had one of you in my life, I'd probably be pretty reliant on you to help me through everything I needed. Like I
Well,
don't did you have Life
yeah,
cereal out there where there was this little character named Mikey and it was like, Mikey will eat it, give it to Mikey, he'll do anything. It was like,
Michael, do it. Yeah,
yeah.
well, after around the first diagnosis, we'd actually been through quite a significant challenge with one of our boys. And at the time of the cancer, the closest group of friends I had, they've been gone for a long time now. Um, so people come for seasons, and I grieved for probably at least a couple of years. Like, where were my friends when I
Mm.
needed them? They were gone. And people, I have no expectation of how someone will or will not handle when you say to someone you have an incurable diagnosis. Some people, they just can't handle it.
Yeah.
And I look at them and go, guys, I'm not dying. I'm not dead. I'm absolutely sweet. Do I look sweet? I am sweet. And so with my children, what happened was I was no longer sugarcoating life.
Mm.
So I'd already started doing that already, but I would cry this time. Whereas before the first diagnosis, I would say, you don't know how strong you are until you have no choice, which is true, but I'd wear it like a badge of honor
Yeah.
versus saying it, you don't know how strong you are until you have no choice, but vulnerability, being vulnerable to yourself.
Mm.
Because then I started to be true for me. I
Hmm.
then, of course, became starting to be true. I have amazing relationships with all my boys, and I now talk them through. I will cry in front of us. We used to have the swear jar in our house for the F word, just so you
Nice.
know, and it had a
Nice.
$25 fee. So once the second diagnosis came down, well, I might as well just pop the phone in the jar, just leave it there like an FPOS machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the kids started to see more the real Bron, because
Mm.
Bron, and it's the best thing I've ever done for myself, and of course my children and my family around me. And and I have no expectation. If people can't handle it, that's okay. That's
Hmm.
okay. I
Hmm.
love them through it. I have compassion.
Hmm.
But my encouragement for those who are listening, who have friends and family going through and living through cancer, just acknowledge them.
Hmm.
Just acknowledge the situation. You can't fix it. Remember, I was Mrs. Fix It.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of us are Mrs. Fix It. So when you, or Mr. Fix It, when you can't fix things, just acknowledge them and
Hmm.
love them through it.
Hmm. Don't try to
You
make, don't
can't,
try to make them feel better or
No, you don't
correct
need to
their
make them feel
language.
better. And you don't need to tell them that Aunt Joan, she had multiple myeloma and she's still alive. Or
Oh,
my Aunt Bethany, well, she died. Well, thank you for that.
yeah,
Um, don't worry about it. That because that's your way of
yeah,
coping because you don't know what to say. So you got to
yeah.
say something. Don't say anything other than, oh my God, that sucks. Are you
Mhm.
okay?
Right.
How can I support you? Not give me a call if you need anything. They're not going to call. No
Yeah,
one's going to call. How can I support you? What's
yeah.
your favorite dinner? You like that pizza shop here? An anonymous voucher in the mailbox.
Yes. I remember when my husband had cancer and we had somebody that would come over and I noticed like our bushes were trimmed and our lawn was mowed. And I was like, who did that? And they came over and it really changed me to see that versus doing it for pomp and circumstance um
Yep.
and I know I struggle. I try really hard to sit in the muck with people and not try to clean it up. But I was
Yeah.
just having coffee with a friend the other day and I found myself, you know how people are like, I have cancer or and I was like, well, you had, and I felt that I needed to correct her. And I was like, I need to reach out
Don't
to her
cor-
and apologize for that because that was not what did I say that for? I was trying to be, inspirational. No,
Well, and you want to be positive, right? Oh God, it's over. Thank God, Bron. You must be so happy it's all like it's not over. It's never over. Even if you're 10 years out, you're still like with the breast cancer, I'm 8 years out. It's not over. I'm
yeah.
still taking a tablet. I still have annual scans.
And every time you have a cough or anything that, yeah, yep.
Especially for myeloma with bones and things, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
just to me that acknowledgement is so important to
Mm-hmm.
support that person however they want to
Mm-hmm.
go through their journey.
Yeah.
Is yeah, but it's but this is going to sound kind of weird. I'm so grateful for what I've learned because now my cup is full every day. Well, up and down, but it's never empty. Whereas before, I was living on energy from 2 years in advance.
Mm-hmm. Say more about that.
Because I was relentless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now resilient. And I thought I was resilient and I was resilient, but I wasn't resilient from a place of supporting myself first.
Mm-hmm. And maybe from a
And
place of serenity to kind of tie back into what you're doing.
it is serenity. It is serenity. And they're
So,
called serenity moments because you can't, like you can't just sit there and, you know, it's not rainbows and lollipops all day meditating and journaling. That's not how it works.
right. And I don't like it when people say, God only gives you what you can handle or be a
I did
warrior,
have that said to
fight,
me.
fight cancer. Like you have some power to fight and win. And then if you don't, you lose. Like you're a loser. Like
Mm.
a friend
Yeah,
of
I did
mine in
have
the
someone
hospice
say it's,
space taught me about that.
yeah, I did have someone say to me, it was, this God's will. What? Really? You really believe that? Okay, that's great for you. For me, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
God didn't choose this, but God is with me
Yeah.
to help me learn through the grief and the gratitude because they
Mm-hmm.
coexist,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
I really like a lot of the wording that you have on, well, I love everything that you do. And just as a
Thank you,
little quick
darling.
break, and we're probably going to go over a little bit, but I can't help it. But Bron and I met here in Wisconsin. She came all the way from Australia for a speaking event that we both did and fell in
Mm.
love instantly. And we didn't even talk about why we're calling this Elder Buns. Duh.
No.
Okay, so you notice that I have
In
this lovely
Australia,
bun.
we don't even know what elder buns are. But
We just made
anyway,
it up.
let's
This
find
is a
out.
Bron and Erica copyright trademark. Don't steal it. So
We are the elder
some
buns.
girls that put their hair in a bun look so cute, and it's this messy bun. Me, I look like a ballerina. I can't ever do it right, so I call it my elder bun. And Ron thought it was hilarious.
I
So then
love the
we
elder bun.
joking around and said that we're elder buns. And I, of course, loved Ron immediately because of her accent. I loved her soul and her spirit. I love her husband. Like they are just effervescent humans. People just
Thank you,
flock to
darling.
them.
Thank you,
And
darling.
I love making her laugh. And I sent, we have a picture of me, of Bron laughing. And it's my favorite picture. So we'll pop it up so you can see it because I just love her so much.
Is it a
And
good one? I
yeah, it's a
haven't
good
seen
one.
it, people, just so you know.
Yes, you have. I sent it to you. I sent
Did
it to you.
you?
You have it on
Yeah,
your
but I've got
text.
chemo post brain. I wouldn't have a clue.
Right? I know. It's like, okay. So
All right.
let's get to what because the whole repurposing thing, I don't ever want to say like, there's a pressure to be like this terrible thing happens. Now I have to make purpose out of it.
No, I agree completely.
That's not what
Agree
we're saying
completely.
here.
No.
So tell us about Serenity Project and how you can maybe connect that to repurposing or whatever you want to say that people can, I have friends who are I know will resonate with the work that you're doing. So tell us what you want to tell us, and we'll have links for everything. And
oh, thank you, darling. So it all came about because I am the Serenity Project, just so you know. So with all of the things that has happened over the years, and when you are brought to not on your knees, when you are flat on the floorboards and you have nothing left, and there's only one place you can go for me, and that was to go inwards. And so I started to do some work on myself around energy and forgiveness and compassion. And so when it comes to living through cancer, you get given a treatment book, and that's in Australia where I live. There's no integrative medicine. You got to go find it. And I'm educated. I'm looking, I'm finding, I'm looking at all the things, and it's very fragmented. And which means you've got medicine. I love it when people go, oh, alternative therapy. It's not alternative. It's just therapy. It's just that people are choosing this therapy, not that therapy.
yeah.
So it's not an either or, it's an and. And whatever you are choosing for you makes that right. But what happens a lot is a lot of people, when they get diagnosed and their friends and family, they just get in it like a little rowboat on the ocean, and they're not rowing. They're just floating around and letting whatever happens. I call them passive bystanders. I became an active participant in my care.
Yeah.
And so I started to, how do I do that? So that's where Serenity Project started. And it's now become down to a lot of just these small practical ways of things and ways to think. Like it all comes from the Serenity Prayer. So the Serenity Prayer goes like this: God grant me serenity to accept what I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So as we know, if God, universe, source, Dennis, whoever you believe in,
Dennis.
That's Dennis. There's a whole story behind that.
I think that's
we're
great.
on a timeline here.
Okay.
But anyway, grant me serenity. Now, serenity is a moment. It is not a list of things to do. It is a place. So people would say to me, oh, Bron, you've just got to let it go, let things go. Well, I would if I could. I didn't know how to. And now I realize it's just actually letting it be. We're human beings.
Instead of letting it go.
You let it be, which means that it doesn't go away, but you don't give it the energy. You consciously I'm going back to the Cancer Institute, as I do almost every other week, on Tuesday to get my next round of bloods. I'm letting it be. I know the results are there. I don't know what they are. I'm not going to worry about them. I'm not giving it energy. I'm not giving it conscious thought, because I choose to be here and now. And that's a serenity moment.
Oh, yeah.
And the way
your book that's coming out.
Yes, it is. And
Be Where Your Feet Are is something that a guest that I had a couple episodes ago, where we talked about the overwhelm of the crazy world we live in and just being where your feet are. And when I saw that title, I was like, oh, I'm so excited.
Because you know what, when people if you're in a thick of a season of an illness or burnout or cancer, and you're feeling those emotions, this is just a really practical thing you can do, and you may even do it 20 times a day, because you don't just do it once and it's done. Is that we want to name the emotion. Name what you're feeling. I had a bad day on Thursday because I had to get an infusion done, and I was really frustrated and angry at myself because I didn't want to go. So I named the emotion. And what that does, it creates that little space between you and the emotion. So this is all evidence-based, guys. And in that space, we control the controllables. I pause, I reflect, and I respond. And the reason why I was having those feelings was because I felt here we go. I felt like a cancer patient. Whereas every other day, I don't feel like a cancer patient. And I was angry because I didn't want to be a cancer patient. And so then I worked through that. And the way we do that, especially when those overwhelms are coming, you literally look down and be where your feet are. Bring yourself back, because when you've got a lot going on, if you're in active treatment or if you're post-treatment or you're caring for someone or it's your grandma or your sister, your babies, you want to be where your feet are. And when we do that, we slow everything down, because that's the whole point. The physiological effect of living in that state all the time, and that's what it's like, because that's what it's like to live with uncertainty, is so powerful. And, you know, I breathe in for 4 and out for 6 because I'm waking up the vagus nerve. It goes both ways. And in that space, you will find a moment of serenity. And for me, and that's what Serenity Project is all about, is to provide a community for people to connect and understand and learn, because resilience is learnt. All of this is learnt. It doesn't come natural. It certainly didn't come naturally to me.
Right.
Not at all. So
yeah, no one teaches you how to go through these things. Yeah.
No.
Nor would you take the class if it was out there.
Yeah. And I'm no longer in that vortex of fear, knowing I have something that is, according to science, is coming back. I can either focus on that bit, or I can focus on just walking around the top of that vortex of fear, and I'll fall in, I'll get out, fall in, get out. Yeah. And that's living with uncertainty. And I do that with the saying, I know I will, I just don't know how. Because I feel in humans, we all want the dots to be joined in front of us. We want to control. That's what I did anyway. You want to join. You want to see all the dots joined, and you just want to follow the dots. Well, guess what?
Wait. Say it again. I know. Say that again.
I know I will. I just don't know how. And it's Kerry Chinner, if you want to use it. It's by a lady who's my dearest friend. She taught me that. And that's how you live and learn to live with uncertainty. I know I will. I'm on a path of healing. I'm never healed. And I'm on that path. I know I will. I don't know how, because I don't have all the damn dots in a row. They don't join until they go out behind me. And that is the hardest part in business and life to learn. And when you make peace, and I live in such a place that I have no emotion around it. I will not be concerned about my bloods until I walk into that Cancer Institute with zero anxiety. Swear to God.
Wow.
Because I've taught myself that once I'm in that room and I get the results for the month, we'll deal with it.
Yeah. I'm not going to let the 29 days up to that point suffer.
I will deal with it in the moment, because life is so precious. If we keep ruminating on the past or projecting into the future, we are missing out of the most important part, which is here. Yeah. So when you're feeling yourself, just literally look down, be where your feet are, breathe in for 4, out for 6, and just keep rinsing and repeating. Yeah. And you might have to, on my bad days, I might do that 30 times. It's not a one-off, people.
And I like that you're doing that, but I like that you're naming what's happening. You're not doing it to deny what's happening. You're in it, and you're like, I'm frustrated. And even just when you said that, I don't like going to there because I feel like a cancer patient and I don't want to be that. And that awareness is so powerful, because it doesn't hold as much power in the light that it does in the darkness.
And it's all about the light, because in my weird way, I believe cancer grows in the dark. And not everyone, like, I don't blame I don't ever bother look at why. Never do any of that. You know what it is? Bad shit happens to good people, full stop. That's it. That's as much energy as I give why someone got a diagnosis.
Yeah. And I have a question. When you have a full stop at a sentence and you have a period, do you double space in Australia?
I do. Just so you know.
Thank you.
I did comment on your post about that. I am absolutely a double space.
Thank you.
Please, out for the millennials and Gen Zs, would you please correct?
Yeah. And it's like, you guys don't know what it's like when we had to take typing classes and we were, corrected.
Well, I did take typing classes, because that's how I got out of nursing to go to marketing. I had to learn to type 60 words a minute, and it was on an old.
Yeah. Anyway, Bron Fox was doing something.
Jumped over the something.
Well, my goodness, my friend, I have missed you. I love you so much. I want to come to Australia so bad, but it's so far
You
away,
need to visit. Listen, if I can get on those planes, so can you.
right? You're
Go
right.
via Japan. Go via Japan. It's really easy.
Okay.
You're near Chicago, Haneda to Sydney. Sweet. Come on.
Easy,
It's much
breezy,
better than
beautiful
via
cover
LA.
girl. I can
Huh?
sleep over. I know you have a lot of bedrooms since you have 5
You
kids.
come here. I've got a beautiful 5 acres. So come and enjoy this. I don't know whether the serenity here is incredible.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do an episode out there together. You never know.
Come. We'll do
But
something.
everybody, please, I really hope that this resonated with you. And if you are struggling with anything in life, whether it's cancer or just dealing with aging parents and life and work and just adulting in general, kids, just the world that we live in right now, looking down at your feet and being where you are is wisdom, because I can't control anything. I can barely control what's right here, let alone
The hair in your
outside of
Elder
this.
Bun.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
be honest. It did a good job.
Oh my gosh, thanks. I even put on cute earrings just for you.
You did. I miss having hair, but anyway.
It's coming.
No, it's not. This is it. I'm stuck
That's
with
it?
this. This is it. This is it,
Okay.
guys. But it's better than being bald. Hallelujah. So,
There you go.
there you go.
Well, this way you can see your cute glasses and your beautiful face. But
Thanks.
tell your hubby I said hi and I love him. And
I
I will
will.
include all of Bron's information for you all. I would love to have her back. So I'm sure we will do something together again. But thank you, Bron. Blessings to you. And I can't wait until I can hug you in person again.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you for having me. And
Of
thank you to
course.
the listeners. Just insert your own
Absolutely.
adversity, take out the word cancer, and it's just as relevant for you.
Oh, I love it. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to The Funny Kind with Erica Gumany, where humor meets healing and inspiration meets action. If this episode made you laugh, think, or become inspired, be sure to like, share, and tell a friend who could use a dose of heart and humor today. And don't forget to tune in to The Funny Kind, right here on Transformation Talk Radio for more real talk, big laughs, and light bulb moments. Want to connect with Erica and learn more about turning your pivotal moments into powerful growth? Visit yourpivotalpoint.com. Until next time, keep laughing, keep loving, and keep spreading a little bit of funny and a whole lot of kind.